Gut, dann fange ich jetzt an. Ich glaube, meine Stimme ist ein bisschen laut. So. Gut, los geht's. Dezember 29. um 11:54 Uhr. Sweetie, you have to believe me, I didn't go anywhere near that crime scene. So then, where were you when the murder took place? We talked about it yesterday, remember? I was in the ringmaster's room. And while you were there, it was the ringmaster who left the room, right? Exactly, he told me to wait in the room because he would be right back. That's when the ringmaster headed to the scene of the crime, right? That's what it seems like. But the ringmaster must have been wearing Max's costume, right? Hallo Patrick. Oh sweetie, I just remembered. Gerade erst losgegangen, also hast kaum was verpasst. Aber sag auch Bescheid, wenn meine Stimme irgendwie zu laut, zu leise oder sonst irgendwas ist. Mir ist neulich Wasser übers Mischpult gekommen und das Mischpult ist zum Glück nicht kaputt, aber bei den Trocknungsarbeiten sind natürlich wieder mal alle Regler verstellt worden. I went straight to the ringmaster's room, still dressed in my stage clothes. But when I got there, I went ahead and took the costume off. Which means? It means that the ringmaster could have taken his costume and went out looking like Max. Fabulous! That's a fabulously possible possibility. Well done, Nick. However, sweetie, why would the ringmaster want to dress up like me? Isn't that a bit strange? If you think about it, all they found at the crime scene was my silk hat. What about my cloak? Where did that go? Double, Oh, Max, I never thought of that. You should be a detective or something. Well, I was never quite sure what to be when I grew up. Magician or How is that, like, the only two things you came up with? You have no idea how hard it was to make a decision. That's really cool. Fabulous. This mystery just keeps getting deeper. Und zurück. Wir erinnern uns vielleicht noch, wir hatten ja nur eine kurze Pause gemacht letztes Mal. Weil wir ja, ich glaube, es war genau deswegen, weil wir behauptet haben, dass Trilo gar nicht Max, sondern eben den Ringmaster gesehen hat.
Now that everyone is back, let's get started. The court is now back in session. Miss Von Karma, please proceed with the prosecution's case.
Very well. I will now call my next witness. Ach genau, das wirkte schon so, als hätten wir jetzt alles umgedreht und sie war nur am Grinsen und meinte, ach, ich rufe einfach meinen nächsten Zeugen auf. A pitiful clown with the unfortunate distinction of having seen the entire thing. Oh nein, jetzt kommt auch noch der dumme Clown. Will Mr. Lawrence Curls. So heißt er also. Please take the stand. Why did you just call him a pitiful clown? Nicht er. The witness will state his name and occupation for the court record. Was war das gerade? Was stand da? In West Clomerville, born and raised on the playground? Name and occupation.
Will the witness please inform the court he is speaking autobiographical gibberish?
Oh. I'm sorry. I'm just not used to being in a court. I've never been in a courtroom in my life. I wasn't quite sure what joke is best suited to this sort of occasion.
What in the world are you talking about? You're in a grand hall of justice, not some comedy club. Since it's easy to see your occupation, please state your name for the court.
Oh yeah, maybe this joke is okay. Mom, do I have to wear pants? The sign only says no shirt, no shoes, no service.
Können wir den gleich wieder runterschmeißen? Bitte.
Okay, how about this? Have you met my proctologist, Dr. Seymour Butts? How I get one? But a couple of quotes.
Your name.
Lawrence Curls, professional funny man, also known as Mo the Clown.
You witnessed the scene at around 10:15 p.m. the day of the murder, correct?
Yes, yes it is.
Very well, Mr. Curls. Will you please testify to what you saw that evening?
Raby, a priest and a Rastafarian walked into this
Without the humor, please.
Okay.
Oh, poor Mo can't be his normal stoogey self in court. Oh ja, ich bin so traurig darüber, glaubst du es gar nicht. Die mich jetzt anklagen würden, wenn ich ihn einfach abschieße?
I know, I'm not the greatest comedian in the world. I haven't been able to make people laugh for 10 years.
Oh, vielleicht wäre dann vielleicht vor 9 Jahren spätestens schon mal der Zeitpunkt gewesen, wo du darüber hättest nachdenken sollen, was anderes zu machen. Just saying.
No matter what I say, all I get in return is a vacant stare and polite applause. Since no one ever laughs at my jokes, I've taken to laughing at them myself. It's a bad habit, but hey, at least I'm trying. Imagine my predicament. I'm a clown who can't make people laugh. I'm almost useless. But I keep trying. I even try to come up with jokes just for today. This atmosphere is very nerve-wracking. I decided to try making everyone laugh. Seriously, everyone, what do you think of me? How am I doing?
Deswegen stehst du aber nicht hier. Aren't we the ones supposed to be asking the questions here? Witness.
Huh?
We will listen to your call for help after the court proceedings are over. Thus, please stick to the facts of this case.
Really? You really hear me out?
Well, I'll make sure that one of my staff will be your straight man later. Wie viel wollen wir wetten, dass sie Gumshoe meint?
Thank you. I can't wait.
Phoenix denkt dasselbe. Poor Gumshoe.
Now that that's settled, shall we begin once again with the testimony?
Of course we can. I'll talk for as long as you want.
Which would be 0 seconds if you would ask my opinion. For my opinion. Yeah, I can't English today.
The night of the murder, after practice was over, I went straight back to my room. You have no idea how tired I was that night. I was pooped. I thought I'd go straight to sleep, but before I did, I glanced out the window. That's when I saw 2 silhouettes. They were a bit far away, though. It was the ringmaster, and his was Max, who was wearing his cloak. I kept watching them, and all of a sudden, Max clonked the ringmaster over the head.
Ich will ja nicht schwarz malen, aber das klingt jetzt schon wieder nicht besonders gut für uns.
That's very interesting. If this eyewitness account is to be believed, I have enough to pass judgment right now.
Of course you can. There is no way that this account can be criticized.
However, the witness is a bit, how do you say, off-kilter. Almost like he has some sort of atmosphere of guilt surrounding him.
That must be because of my insincere smile.
Mr. Wright, please begin the defense's cross-examination.
Yes, Your Honor. Nick, you've got to find some kind of contradiction in his testimony. I know that.
Mr. Wright,
Your Honor.
I'm afraid that if you push this witness too far, it will bring disaster upon the court. Thus, I sincerely hope you are not going to engage in pointless saber-rattling.
I understand, Your Honor. If you cause this clown to stray from the facts, I'll hold you responsible. Oh Gott, Moment, das heißt, ich kriege jetzt Punishment, wenn ich das Falsche presse? Why am I responsible? I'm not the one with the corny jokes. Das probieren wir doch gleich mal aus, huh? What you witnessed? Night of the murder. After practice was over, I went straight back to my room. Ich press einfach mal irgendwas. You say the practice wrapped up around 10 p.m., correct?
See, that's the thing.
Huh?
How exactly am I supposed to make a joke about 10 p.m.? Now, 8 o'clock, that's something a clown can riff off of. Let's just pretend it was 8 o'clock.
That way I can make a great joke. Let's not. Let's not make it 8 p.m., alright?
What do you mean let's not? Don't take the clown out of the clowning around.
Come on, Nick, just listen to his joke. There are 3 reasons why I don't want to. 1, I probably won't laugh. 2, I'll get hit with a penalty. 3, I'll get whipped. Will the witness just proceed with his factual testimony? You're so boring. No, I'm not. You have no idea how tired I was that night. I was pooped. I thought I'd go straight to bed before I did. I glanced out the window. Also das erscheint mir jetzt aber doch wichtig. Das davor vielleicht auch. Ich meine, man könnte mal sagen, wenn du so kaputt warst, hast du vielleicht gar nicht richtig alles gesehen, sondern warst schon ein bisschen am Einschlafen oder so. You would have pooped that night.
Yes, I was very, very tired, not to mention I had some bad Mexican food.
What?
The double cheese, double bean enchilada is a dangerous menu item. What happened after that is they sing hippets. That one was cool, huh? I hear the kids really love toilet humor these days.
I've got a good reply, though. That joke was so funny, just earned you...
Oh, shit. Oh mein Gott, oh mein Gott. Halt, ich hab grad verloren. Wie unfair. Ich hab verloren, weil der Clown einen dummen Witz gemacht hat. Hallo? Scheiße. Ich wusste gar nicht, dass ich nur noch 1 HP habe. Oh, Mann. Ich meine, also es ist jetzt schon irgendwie wiederum lustig. Wir sind gerade in so einer ernsten Gerichtsverhandlung und das wirkt jetzt so, als hätte der Clown so einen dummen Witz gemacht, dass der Richter halt gesagt hat, wisst ihr was, ich hab keinen Bock. Das war so scheiße. Ich schmeiß euch alle raus, du bist schuldig, ihr geht alle euch schämen. Schluss für heute, ich gehe mich erschießen. Gut. Oh, da müssen wir aber ganz gut aufpassen. Ich speichere dann lieber gleich mal, bevor ich irgendwas presse. Oh, Mann. Ja, bitte. Lass mich einfach vorspulen. Ihr wisst schon. What you witnessed. Ach, jetzt kommt noch der... Nein, hör auf, darüber zu reden. Oh Mann, ey, nur weil er einen dummen Witz gemacht hat. So. Jetzt aber. Okay, jetzt sind wir wieder da. Ich presse ihn aber mal bei der Sache mit dem Fenster. Ich finde, das klingt doch wichtig, weil da kann man mich bestimmt fragen, was er da gesehen hat. Ja, ich glaube, letzte Woche habe ich einige dumme Fehler gemacht und deswegen habe ich halt keine Energie mehr. Aber ich hatte gedacht, die wird vielleicht nochmal wieder aufgeladen zwischendrin. Nach so einer Pause. Aber offenbar nicht. Wie gemein. Gut. Also. Das. You just happen to glance out of a window.
You could say that. You can also say a peach, stare, glimpse, peeped, eyeballed.
Bitte mach keinen Witz. Oh.
Mr. Curls.
Oh, I guess synonyms aren't allowed either.
What should I do? I wonder if I should press him further on this issue. Ich habe gerade gespeichert. Probieren wir es mal. Oh, Moment, das war der falsche Knopf. Moment. Ich habe die falsche Auswahl getroffen. Keep pressing. Ich meine, das hatten wir vorher nicht. Das kommt oft in so wichtigen Momenten, wo man tatsächlich weitermachen sollte. Genau. Exactly why did you look out of your window that night?
Why? Clowns don't need a reason to look out their windows, do they?
That's not what I meant. I meant that, well, when we spoke yesterday...
Once I tucked myself into bed, I heard this amazing noise. It was incredibly loud. It sounded like a giant thump. Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
You forgot? Your Honor, the witness looked out of his window upon hearing a loud sound. He did not just simply glance out of his window that night.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot to mention that thump, didn't I?
It's not something you just forget to mention. Yeah, what she said. I believe it would be best if Mo were to revise his testimony. Aha. Haben wir doch was bekommen.
Very well. Mr. Curls, please revise your testimony.
This should start turning the tables in our favor. I hope. I heard a huge noise outside the window, and that's what made me take a look outside. Ich speichere mal direkt wieder. Genau. What was the sound like?
Well, I guess it kinda sounded like, I guess you could say.
Mr. Curls, may the court remind you that humor is unnecessary.
How do you know that I was gonna make a joke? I guess that's a sounded like, I suppose it sounded like someone getting hit with something very hard.
Moment mal. Wie ist er gestorben? Blunt force trauma to the back of the head. Kann es sein, dass er gehört hat, wie der Typ gestorben ist?
Yep, that's what it sounded like, honestly.
Someone getting hit, huh?
What then? You went to look out the window and you saw?
That's when I saw two silhouettes. They were a bit far away, though.
Okay. Das klingt mir aber auch wichtig. Far away, you say. If you had to say exactly, how far away were they?
Let me think about that for a second. If my room is here,
Okay, da oben.
and they looked about yay big, I'd say they were about 30 feet from my window.
Just 30 feet. That's not far at all.
It was snowing that night, and it cut down on visibility.
I see. Please continue with your testimony regarding the two shadows that you saw.
It was the ringmaster, and he was with Max.
Das wäre echt paranoid hier. Das erscheint mir aber auch wichtig. You'd say you clearly saw this, even though you were by your own admission far away.
That's right, I had been thinking about it over and over since that night. But things didn't really make sense until I spoke with the prosecutor, Miss Von Karma. But now I am 100% certain that it was Max and the ringmaster that I saw that night. Just think about it. How could I be wrong if Max is always wearing his uppity symbols?
Uppity symbols?
Lawyers nowadays, do we even have to go to school anymore to be one? Everyone knows what to do altogether now, say with Uncle Mo.
Bei der Puppe haben alle geantwortet.
See what I mean? It's always like this, the court never wants to go along with me. I must really be utterly and completely worthless as a clown.
Ja, das hätte dir vielleicht vor 10 Jahren schon mal auffallen können. Yo, enough foolishness. Get back on track.
Will the witness please testify as to what he saw and only what he saw?
I kept watching them and all of a sudden Max clunked the ringmaster over the head.
You say you saw the ringmaster get clonked over the head?
Yes, I did. It's the climax of my story.
He really does enjoy the completely random non sequitur. What would you say the victim was struck with?
You mean the weapon? I have no idea. The weapon wasn't found at the murder scene, right?
It's not what I meant. You did say you did see everything, didn't you?
Well, yeah, I suppose I did.
Das klingt aber verdächtig.
Wait, no, I didn't. I didn't see a weapon.
Mo, did you or did you not see the crime of murder committed that night?
Objection!
I will not permit you to harass my witness in this manner. You better have an excellent reason for attacking this poor clown. Because if you don't, you know what is waiting for you. A nice penalty.
Isn't that a bit melodramatic?
So what will it be then, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Do you have any clear basis to believe that my witness did not see the crime? To be honest, I don't. But if I choose that, I'll probably get a game over. So I'm just gonna bluff. I've got a great reason to make my claim. And I suppose you will be telling us all the great reason. Ja, ich hoffe doch, ich habe nämlich keine Ahnung. Of course I will. The reason is the witness's very own testimony.
What is the meaning of that, Mr. Wright?
Mo said that he heard a sound like a thump of someone getting hit. Kommt jetzt aber genau das, was ich vorhin meinte. Ich meinte ja, dass das Thump klingt mir ja danach, als hätte er gehört, wie der Typ schon totgehauen wurde. Und dann kann er ja schlecht sehen, wie der Typ totgehauen wurde, wenn er danach aus dem Fenster guckt.
He did say that.
However, Mo just stated the following under oath.
I kept watching them and all of a sudden Max clunked the ringmaster over the head.
If Mo is to be believed when he says he looked out the window upon hearing a sound, there's no way that he could have seen Max clonk anyone.
In 1979...
Was sagt er denn da schon wieder?
Mr. Curls, how do you respond to Mr. Wright's assessment?
They didn't commit. These clowns probably escaped from a maximum security clunker.
Mr. Curls, are you reciting the C-Team theme to anger this court?
No, I'm just stalling for time while I jog my memory.
Great job, Nig. These types of witnesses always seem to have a selective memory. You just have to peel back the layers of the clown makeup to find the truth.
Well,
Oh, you're back from your jog.
well, it pretty much happened the way I said.
Pretty much?
When I looked out my window that night, the ringmaster was already face down in the snow. The prosecution had me fill in the gaps of my statement.
Was? Von Karma. Von Karma. Tampering with witnesses.
So now you're saying that you did not see the defendant clog the ringmaster?
Yes. When I looked out my window, the ringmaster had already checked out.
Checked out?
Yeah, he was on permanent.
Oh, sorry.
Mr. Curls,
Vielleicht besser, dass ich das übersprungen habe.
Your Honor,
you did not witness the actual crime, however, you still say you saw the criminal, correct?
yes, exactly. The ringmaster was slumped over and I saw someone's silhouette next to him.
Very well, then please testify to the silhouette you saw. I expect the truth. If I even catch a hint of a joke from you, shoot you in your fucking face. I will put you in a holding cell until you learn court etiquette, got it?
On it.
Okay.
It was a bit far away, but that shadow could only have belonged to Max. There's no doubt in it, especially since I saw his uppity symbols. The silk hat, the black cloak, they were all there. His face was silhouetted, but there was no doubt that it was him. His cloak was fluttering in the wind, so I couldn't really see what he was carrying.
It does seem as if the defendant was at the scene of the crime.
It took the clown long enough to get his facts straight. But whatever, this should finally be good enough, yes?
It is decisive testimony.
Was Max really at the crime scene that night? He said he wasn't there. We have to believe in that.
All right, Mr. Wright, commence your cross-examination.
Let's do it. Kriege ich jetzt immer noch Penalties? Ich hoffe mal nicht. Ich meine, der Richter hat ja gerade gesagt, er steckt ihn sonst in die Zelle. Ich probiere mal. A little bit far away, but that shadow could only have belonged to Max. Then let's... don't you think that you're going a little overboard with how explicit you're being? That shadow belonged to Max is an awfully firm statement, don't you think?
What are you getting at?
I'm just saying that one of your fellow performers is live, is on the line here. Are you truly 100% absolutely certain that it was Max?
I'm not the kind of person who would lie about something as serious as this. The silhouette I saw was Max, I'm convinced of that.
Doesn't seem like he's jumping to any conclusions this time. But then why is he convinced that it was Max? Ich meine, wenn wir Max glauben, dass er nicht da war, beißt sich das ja irgendwie. Let's go over this again then. What makes you so sure that you saw Max that night?
There's no doubting it, especially since I saw his uppity symbols.
Trilo said the same thing. Or Trilo. But if it was just the symbols, then even I could have been wearing them. What if someone had just taken Max's symbols and worn them?
I thought of that myself. But just looking at the shape of the face I saw, it must have been Max.
You sure of that?
Such a silly little boy. He threw his entire case headlong into a trap. Uh-oh.
Silk hat, that black cloak, they were all there.
Da fehlt aber doch noch eins. You're sure that is what you saw that night?
Exactly what I said. I saw is exactly what I saw. I've got eyes like a hawk.
Don't birds have terrible night vision, though?
But that's not all I saw.
Moment mal. Wie gesagt, das sind ja nicht alle. Der hat ja 3. Kann ich irgendwie... Need to order ahead. Document. Oh! Emblazoned with Max's 3 famous symbols. Hier steht his silk hat, that black cloak. Da steht nicht and so on. Er zählt nur 2 Sachen auf. Ha. You say you saw all of Max's uppity symbols.
I suppose so. The silk hat and the cloak, right?
Mo, everyone knows that Maximilian Galactica has 3 uppity symbols.
3 symbols?
Yeah, everyone get ready. On together now. Silk hat, cloak, white roses.
What the?
Who cares if he knew that there were 3 or not? He saw what he saw, and he saw the symbols. He just forgot to mention one. Isn't that right, Mo?
Do you like pie? I love pie 3.1.
Silence, fool. You ought to respond with the whole truth, no fractions.
Order, order.
Mo, you didn't see the roses, did you?
To be honest, there weren't any roses on the person I saw.
Oh? The crime scene was dark. It's obvious it was too dark to see that kind of detail. But the witness said he was able to see the silhouette of the criminal's face. Not to mention that the roses are white. There's no way he could have missed that. Then the roses must have fallen off when the defendant assaulted the victim. If that was the case, then the police would have found them near the crime scene.
Mr. Wright, are these white roses truly material to the facts of this case?
Clearly not. He's just toying with this court. Is he? I got her on the ropes now. These seemingly insignificant facts have never failed to lead me to the truth yet. Someone is toying with the court, but it's not me. Your Honor, do you recall Trilo's testimony?
There's no way I could mistake someone wearing those 3 ridiculous symbols.
Stimmt, der hat definitiv gesagt 3.
How can you mistake someone with a crazy getup and his nose stuck up so high? How can you mistake someone wearing such a snowy 3-piece getup?
Trilo saw them all. Trilo saw all 3 of Max's symbols. However, this witness claims there were no white roses on the person he saw. There's absolutely no doubt that this is a contradiction.
Now that... What am I supposed to think? One is supposed to disregard the pointless. But this...
Judge, forget the roses. Think about his other testimony. The witness has stated without a doubt that he saw Maximilian Galactica. Nothing else matters. Let's wrap this case up now. Your Honor, it may be trivial, but it does cast doubt on the prosecution's case.
Frankly, I have my doubts about this witness. It seems that, unlike wine, the witness has not grown more mature with age.
Vinette.
Not mature.
I've come to a conclusion. I'm 99% that this witness saw the defendant. However, my remaining 1% of doubt is quite reasonable, which means that for my peace of mind, I'm going to request a bit more testimony.
What?
If there are no contradictions in his next statement, I'm prepared to issue a ruling.
Uh-oh. Ruling? Oh shit. Nick, this is your last chance. Bitte sag irgendwas Widersprüchliches.
There's no doubt in my mind there were no white roses that night. However, all of the other symbols were there. I'm equally sure of that, especially the silk hat. There is no way I could forget seeing the decorations on it. He was wearing it the entire time that he was on the scene.
Moment. Da war's doch schon. Entweder... Nein, da war's doch schon. Ich glaube, ich habe direkt... Er hat gerade gesagt, er hatte die ganze Zeit den Hut angehabt, aber wir haben das doch gerade noch gesehen. Found at the crime scene.
Just one chance. I will not allow even the slightest hint of badgering against this witness. If you are going to prove to me there's a contradiction with Mr. Curl's statement, you'd better have at least a shred of evidence to back up your accusations.
I've only got a single shot at the At this müsste das wahrscheinlich heißen. I've only got a single shot at this. I've got to be careful. I understand, Your Honor. One chance is all I will need. That is actually true, because I already think I know what to do. I already know. I'm sure. Save. Trotzdem mal lieber speichern. There's no doubt in my mind, there were no weird white roses, however all the other symbols put there, especially the silk hat. He was wearing it the entire time that he was on the scene. No, he was not. Ah. This wouldn't happen to be the silk hat you saw that night, would it?
Yep, that's it. That's the hat he was wearing that night.
No question in your mind?
Exactly how would one mistake a thing like that?
I see.
Is there some sort of problem, Mr. Wright?
Oh, Miss Von Karma. Where exactly was the silk hat found? Must you always ask these questions? It was found at the crime scene. Look, crimes, that means... The silk hat fell off at the crime scene. However, the witness clearly testified to the contrary. The witness stated that he was wearing it the entire time that he was on the scene.
No, that's not true.
Huh.
Order, Mr. Curls.
Yes, Your Honor.
What is the meaning of all this? You are old enough to know better than to behave like this in court.
Hey, that's just not right. That's so harsh.
What's not right here is your eyesight and your memory, amongst other things.
Why are you being so mean to me? What did I do? Let me guess, you just didn't like my jokes or something, right? You didn't have to go and insult my eyesight or my memory. They were both great. Seriously, why? Just because you're sitting above me doesn't mean you...
Meine Güte. Vielleicht braucht er auch mal Therapie.
Enough of these childish outbursts, Mr. Curls. Who do you think you are?
I saw him. I swear I saw him. It was Max. Even if he didn't have his roses, he was still wearing his dumb silk hat. I'm telling the truth.
He's turned into a bratty little kid. It's pitiful, isn't it?
He left the scene wearing that dumb silk hat. He was there.
He left the scene. What's the matter, Nick? There's something I've been mulling over for a while now. Mo,
What you want?
you just said that he left the scene. Exactly how did the murderer leave the scene of the crime?
What? He went... What do you mean, how did he leave the scene? You can't ask me that.
Objection!
Mr. Phoenix Wright is badgering the witness, Your Honor.
Objection!
This witness's testimony is so full of holes, Miss Von Karma's protest is useless.
You have got a point. Let's hear what the witness has to say on this matter. Is that alright with you, little guy?
Don't talk to me like I'm a little baby. Besides, what kind of stupid question is how did he leave the crime scene? The answer is obvious. He just turned around and walked away.
It's what I expected you'd say. You sure that's how it happened?
Say what?
Oh, I'm not sure I know exactly where you're going with this.
Oh, I know. Ich habe das doch vorhin noch aufgemacht. Da sind keine Fußstapfen. Da sind nur die Fußstapfen von dem Ringmaster. Also wenn Mo jetzt sagt, der Killer wäre einfach weggelaufen, müssten hier noch andere Fußspuren sein.
Lawyers nowadays sure do love to harp on the smallest things. Do you have any proof to counter his story as to how the criminal left the scene?
Oh, I do.
Take that!
Look at this picture. The problem is the footprints in the snow.
Footprints?
In this photo, we can clearly see the footprints of the victim. However, where are the criminal's footprints? They aren't there. So, Mo, exactly how did the criminal escape the scene? Your Honor, this witness has already proven that his testimony is completely unreliable. I move to strike all of his witness's testimony from the court record.
I agree. This clown's testimony is as rickety as the clown car he came to court in.
Wait just a second. You guys can't just ignore everything I've said. Fine, I'll tell you the truth this time.
Huh? You wait a second. I think you've said more than enough for today.
That didn't hurt. Sick and tired of listening to you anyways. I'll give you the real deal this time, I swear.
I don't know why, but I get the feeling things are gonna get worse before they get better. Oh dear.
Mr. Lawrence Curls,
Yes?
the testimony you've provided up until now has been false.
It isn't been false. I haven't lied. It's
just what?
just I was a bit confused in the bit about the criminal leaving the scene. Especially since Von Karma and her whip told me not to talk about what I really saw.
Oh. Warum darf die eigentlich noch praktizieren, wenn sowas rauskommt?
Order, order, I will have order. Franziska von Karma, how could you?
Your Honor, if you had heard the truth from this witness, you would have exactly the same opinion as I have.
What opinion is that?
It's not funny.
That's enough out of you. I'm going to listen to what he has to say.
Wow, das ist das erste Mal, dass er was Striktes zu ihr sagt, anstatt einfach nur auf ihre Peitsche zu hören.
Now then, let's hear the truth about what you say you saw, Mr. Curls.
You're not gonna believe this, but it's all true, I tell you.
Try not to waste your time with your idiotic drivel.
Now it's time for our next segment, Mr. Mo Knows. Everything that I've said up until now has been the truth. When I looked out the window, the Green Master was down, and Max was standing above it. He was wearing his white roses, but he was wearing the silk hat. That's when I saw he... This is the truth now. Get ready for it. He flew. He jumped up and flew through the air. He flew right off and disappeared into the darkness. That's why there were no footprints. Flying people don't leave footprints.
I told you, it wasn't funny. Do you believe me now?
Well, that was, how do you put this into words?
Maximilian Galactica is a world-class magician, but to leave the scene of a crime by flying, there's no way that actually happened.
You're right.
Why is he right? You believe the other witness. Says, why would you believe me? Especially since it's the best part of the story.
To be honest, this is my first time I've heard of a flying criminal. What do you think about this witness's testimony, Mr. Wright?
I think he's actually telling the truth. There must be something behind this. Oh, die Kamera ist ja verrutscht. So. What he just said was so strange, I don't think he would have made it up.
Which means that he is telling the truth?
That's what I think. Nick, wait. That means that Max actually used magic. You're right.
Oh,
Only a foolish-looking fool could be fooled by such a foolish fool's foolish dream. Don't be ridiculous. Magic does not exist.
I suppose I will let you all in on my thinking regarding this matter. The criminal disappeared into the sky. I'd love to believe that, but I just can't wrap my head around how that could actually happen.
You imbecile.
If you disregard a need for proof, Miss Karma's case is sound. However, I've got the feeling that this case is in dire need of more investigation. Thus, I will conclude today's proceeding at this point. It's an undisputed fact that the criminal left no footprints at the scene. Tomorrow, I want us to find out the reason behind this mystery of mysteries. I believe that's enough for today. Court is adjourned.
Puh. Fäden, an denen es hochgezogen wird, ja. Ne? Ich finde, das sah auch so ziemlich danach aus. Hey, sweeties, what in the world is going on? That's what I want to know. They say the criminal flew off into the air and disappeared. Max, I can't believe I'm asking this, but you didn't fly that night, did you? I know you didn't mean to ask me such a fabulously stupid question. I can't fly whenever I please, it's not that easy. But it looks so effortless for you on stage. It's not that simple, I'm not actually flying on stage. I use invisible wires and have them hoist me through the air. Wow, You just told me the secret to your magic.
No, I broke the first rule. The cardinal rule. The only rule.
I'm sorry, Max. We made you break a magician's creed to never reveal the secret to their tricks. Then again, I thought that was obvious either way. But okay. Nick, what do we do now? All we can do now is hope we find the flying criminal in court tomorrow. Great idea. Let's do our best and catch this sucker. Gute Idee.